Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of
Ugly Stuff! I'm your host, David Murphy. This is my beautiful partner in crime, Kayla Abe. And today we are going to be doing Spanish
Tortilla.
Spanish Tortilla! Tortilla!
Tortilla!
Tortilla, for all of you guys that don't know, is an omelet. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. My grandmother used to make this all the time for me. All the time. And I'm going to show you guys some fun tips and tricks on how to do all that here in just a second.
Yeah.
We're also going to pair that with a bit of romesco. Romesco is a fun little emulsion sauce made of piquillo peppers. We're going to top that with all kinds of other fun stuff. Without further ado, let's jump in. Romesco. Super important, guys, that you use piquillo peppers. Piquillo peppers are really bright, beautiful, high sugar content pepper. You can't use something like a red bell for those things. They just won't taste the same, won't have the same punch that it should. We are going to be doing a walnut romesco today. I've got these really beautiful walnuts from Old Dog Ranch. And I don't know if you guys can see here, but there's a bunch of variation in color, in size. What we're going to do is we're going to get these onto toast, and then we're going to start to marry those with our piquillos, and we're going to get into those next steps. So some of the elements for our romesco. We're going to hit this with a little bit of garlic. Easiest way to get through your garlic, guys, is we're going to take this little baby, boom, just smash these suckers up. And guys, it's always really important when you're doing like blender sauces that you go through and just run your knife quickly through your garlic. Inevitably, if you don't, somebody's going to get hot garlic breath. You're not going to want to be around them. They're not going to thank you for that. So we got this little baby. Other things that we're going to get in here. We're going to get spicy paprika. So traditionally, this is not a spicy sauce, but I do love a bit of spice. So what we're going to do is we're going to tack on the addition of a little cayenne. Champagne. Let's do champagne. Go a little champagne vinegar. Sherry's traditional. Champagne will do. This stuff, super bright, super sexy. And then a couple different things, guys. Olive oil. Olive oil will tend to blast out the palate, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to go part of the way with olive oil. And then the rest of the way, we're going to finish off with a neutral oil. Today, our neutral oil we're going to be using is grapeseed. This is rewind. This is to make sure that we don't blast out the palate and have all those acrid, bitter notes.
Sound on.
Walnuts. We got some walnuts. They're toasty. They're toasted. Into this little baby we go. So make sure, guys, super fragrant. You want to just smell that baby has released all of its oils. So because this is an emulsion sauce, we don't want this thing to look like a broken vinaigrette. We want to make sure.
And plug me in.
Oh, yeah. Pickle man.
Technical.
Pickle lady, I mean.
Technical.
Pickle person.
Adjustments.
So, little drizzle. Oh. Don't be so mean. Oh, there we go, baby. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Nice and smooth. That's the texture that we're looking for. So, we're going to give this a quick little taste. I actually think that this could benefit, oh, I dripped, from a touch more cayenne. I'm a glutton. I want a little bit of heat. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Oh yeah, do it again. That's delicious. And guys, the walnuts on this give this such a depth of flavor. You really get that nut on the back end. That'll be gross. That'll be gross. And then we're gonna roll into some of our prep for our tortilla. Tortilla. I think every single tortilla, this is like the absolute bare necessity for tortilla, is you have to have onions. We're gonna put a fuck ton of onions. We're gonna put an entire onion in our tortilla today. Next thing, this is a good use case for everyone, for all those wilty-ass greens you have in the fridge. This show is all about saving that wilty stuff that you have that's kicking around, the sad looking stuff like this. So what we're gonna do is all these little babies, we got some broccoli raw, we got some kale, all these things have hardy stems. So what we're gonna do is gonna get in and we're just gonna chop down, whoop, I'll do that for you. We're gonna chop down our stems.
I chop those down really, really small, nice like, let's call it like 1/8 to 1/4 inch, like half a centimeter right in there. All these little babies, we're gonna chop down that woody stem, and we're gonna get that on saute. Look at this, boom, boom, boom.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go boom, boom, and boom. We wanna keep some of those big leafy babies ready. So we got that. We also have a bit of spinach here. Ugly ass spinach, stuff that doesn't get sold. We're gonna throw that in there as well. In with all that woody stuff first. Hear that sizzle? Oh yeah, let it pop on your skin. That's the best thing ever. So you got this, all that in. I'm gonna let this sizzle for about 1.5 minutes, throwing all of our spinach on top. All that ugly ass spinach that nobody buys at the store, buy that, throw it in your tortilla, or all that wilted arugula, all those greens, get those into this baby. All right, onions going into a pan. We've wilted those greens. These things we're gonna start to cook down. What we want here, guys, we're gonna make sure, we don't wanna make like French onion soup, caramelized onions. We want a little bit of color. We're gonna draw out all those sugars, but we want a little bit of texture from our onion. Pickle Lady is now gonna come and join us. And what she's gonna do is she's gonna crack all of our eggs for us. Look at that thing, sexy, I love it. So what we want, we want 3 eggs in a small bowl. We want the rest of these guys cracked in a big bowl. Reason for that, and I'll let you go ahead and get that started. You look great, keep going. Baking powder is the secret to this baby. This blew my mind when I saw it. My grandmother, I told her about this because she makes this all the time. Guys, all the time. She thought it was blasphemy. Here we go. This is how we do it. The reason why we have the baking powder and these eggs separate is so we can work out all those little clumps. It's a lot harder to do this in a big old bowl. So we got this, we're gonna make it nice and homogeneous. And what this baking powder do is gonna give us a little bit more volume to this baby. It's gonna give us a little bit more like fluffy texture. What happened to your hat?
Oh God.
You look much better with the hat on.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. You're beautiful all the time. I love you so much. So here we go. Ooh, this is fairly homogeneous here, guys. And what we're gonna do, you can pass this over there if you want. Got that little baby, and then in we go. And we're gonna go through and break all of these babies up. And guys, what we're looking for, like I said, I like to kind of set these onions over there and just kind of forget about them for a minute. I really want to start picking up a lot of color. The only way to do that is by not messing with them so much.
Sizzle my little onions. Super sexy. Do it again. Clip, clip.
All right, guys, onions are fully cooked. We've got like a little bit of color all over the place, and that's what we're looking for. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna add all of those beautiful greens that we have into this baby. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add our capriccio de cabra. This, we're just gonna add absolutely every single piece. This is like the tortilla that I make for people that I actually like. Just big old honks. I don't want little tiny bits of this because I want giant pockets of cheese. I want people to bite into this and know that somebody loves them. We're gonna get our eggs in. So guys, you wanna make sure that you immediately start working this egg around. We're looking for almost like soft scramble style texture. You wanna make sure and pick it up off the bottom, off the sides. We're gonna move all that cheese around as well, all those greens. And then what we're gonna do right about now is we're just gonna kind of spread everything out. Make one nice even texture over the top. And guys, don't overflow this thing. If you have a little bit of egg left over, like this, leave that egg down there. Make sure you leave yourself about 1/4 to 1/2 inch so you don't overflow on this guy. And then, guys, if I hadn't said before, make sure you use a nonstick. Super important here. This is the plate trick. I got a flat plate. Put that sucker on top like this, and then 1, 2, we're gonna might lose a little bit of egg. Oh, and then there we go. Beautiful fucking tortilla. Boom, boom. Super, super sexy. We're gonna cook the other side, and we're gonna get into this thing. All right, everybody, tortilla is out. It's time to slice this baby. And guys, the perfect tortilla should have just the tiniest touch of soft egg right in the middle. All right, guys, I like to do, this is sexy time. Baby, I'll take a dollop, maybe a dollop and a half. What I like to do is utilize the point, the tip of my spoon. I'll just follow that rim all the way around. Give us a cute little sploosh there. And this looks like the perfect little baby there. Oh. And here's where shit gets real gross. I'll let that inner fat kid come out right now. Get all of that fucking cheese. Oh, baby. I want a mountain, guys. I want like, in that like shitty 90s pasta restaurant that you never went to. I'm sure you didn't, lying bastards. So what we're gonna do, we got that. We got some greens over here that have been dressed. A little bit of lemon. I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of arugula first. Get that stuff down. This is just churching it up a little bit. A little bit of radicchio. We got some endive. Got that little baby. Stick, boom. A couple little pieces. Beautiful frise. Boom. Make it sexy. Gonna cap this off with a couple cute little miner's lettuce. Oh, look at that cute one. It's got a little flower. That little baby. Then we're gonna go through with some beautiful little watermelon radish. And boom, boom, boom. One more there. That little friend back here. Cute. And that's it. That is our tortilla. Spanish tortilla, romesco sauce, watermelon radish, all kinds of Iberico cheese all over the top of that thing. Sexy. Tortilla!
Yeah,
We fucking finally finished after a million camera failures.
We're such amateurs.
We are amateurs.
Eat that. I cannot.
I'm eating. I'm eating.
So, wow, it's freaking amazing though. That's it. Oh my god. I know.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for
So
watching.
good.
Like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll have more fun.
Ugly
food-based videos
stuff.
pretty soon.
Ugly stuff.